Alright guys, Barwood Town here, back for another Dokkan video. After this morning's summons, I'm in a pretty good mood. I'm still working away in the background to get them awakened and up to SA10. If you haven't seen the video, go back, watch it. It definitely definitely caught me by surprise. But if you just want a breakdown of the celebration as it goes, go check it out. For this video, I've seen that Ultimate Clash has come back at the start of this new celebration. The last Ultimate Clash was a Namek, it was unique to Planet Namek Saga and was kind of based around that. So this should be back to the originally planned Ultimate Clash. I'm pretty sure that normally has Golden Freezer as kind of the last boss. What I figured, I myself, I'm a fan of YouTube and Dokkan itself, so I've seen a lot of YouTubers, and I don't see very many actually go through Ultimate Clash, probably because it's a bit longer content and they probably break it up and go through a couple stages at a time. What I figured we'd try and do this video, I'll show you kind of my thoughts in regards to going forward and selecting a team, and we would then try and get through as much of the content as we can. I'm pretty sure that the Namek Saga one was harder than the standard one anyway, up to a point anyway. But yeah, we'll jump in, we'll see what we can do. I'll remove all and then auto select just so that it adds any new units. I'll have a quick look through to make sure there aren't any obvious people missing. And if I look down at the bottom, I can see by my typings that I've got a lot less int units that have automatically been included than maybe I would have liked. If I go and have a look through at units that won't be useful, so like that King Cold and Freezer isn't going to be useful. So if I take him out, put Super Saiyan 2 Goku back in. So there's a number of good units down here. I want to try and keep it balanced. I don't know why LR Piccolo's in there. Instead of LR Gogeta, not LR Gogeta, in Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. When you hit auto, I'm not sure how it's auto done it. I don't know what the typings are going to be. Honestly, I don't know anything really about this Ultimate Clash prior to going in. Yeah, so you're not going to be too useful. I'll try and add some int units if I can. Gotenks isn't going to transform. I'll probably go for Kid Goku there. We'll just go with that team. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how far we can get into it. So the first one, I don't really tend to look at the unit necessarily, but I look at their typing. So if I'm up against Extreme AGL, I'll jump in and I'll search by Super Tech. At this point, this early in the stage, I do want to use kind of the weaker characters. So if I go for a Beerus lead, and I don't need massive buffs at this point. HP, attack and defense. Yeah, it could do. I'll use these units and I'll leave the last 2 slots blank because I want to save my units for later on in the stage. It can be a bit risky, but this early on, even the kind of defaulted Cybermen they give you, they aren't going to get you killed, assuming you don't get them both on the first rotation, which we probably will now that I've said it. Nah, only one. So, again, I would still expect us to be fine here. Can't get the super there, but we can set up for the next turn. And at least we know the super's going there, so I know that... Oh, he stunned me! He stunned the only one that's super attacking out of them. But anyway, yeah, we know the super attack's not going to the Cyberman. Yeah, so even that's only 40k, so that's bearable. Yeah, I don't mind him getting hit. try and save orbs for later on. Just don't stun me again. This Oob unit is a unit that I do enjoy using. He does lower attack, which is really useful in some Super Battle Road events. It's also part of his passive where he can transform. He goes from Oob to Majoob and he absorbs Boo. He does get a heal when he does it as well. So he is a really useful unit, but he just doesn't, he's not that strong. He doesn't have too much defense and he doesn't do a lot of damage. He's definitely a unit to keep an eye on if he were to get an easy A moving forwards. Obviously the Hercule and Boo's already had an easy A, and they I wouldn't say they're in my main rotation of units, but I use them for things like this. Super Int, so I know that I'll be using Extreme Phi, or Extreme Physical for this one. I don't have too much to select from, to be honest. So they're probably my better units. Again, especially where even the Cybermen will have type advantage. I don't want to use my best units, really. If anything, I might drop out the androids in case I need an androids team later, for example, and put in Freezer. No, we'll just go through it. I don't think I'll need the LR androids later. I've got a lot of better units than them. Won't double guess myself. Although if I find myself in a position where I need them later now, I'll be a little bit annoyed. But we'll go. Let's get the most defense. It's nice to see that they're all supering on the first stage. As because I've got both my leaders give 4 key as part of their leader skill, so straight away the unit's on 8 key, without even taking links or passive skills and things like that into consideration. This Bootex is a great unit. He's one of the best extreme units in the game, and it took me just over a year to get him. I don't think I got him until it must have been the anniversary celebration back in June, July, and he came out, September, August last year, so it took me a good 11 months to get him. I'd say worth the wait, but I'd rather have just not waited. Okay, and this should be the last turn for them. This LR Salza unit should be coming up for Easy A soon. He's already a pretty good world tournament unit because of this super attack, which is an attack on enemies. But also on that super attack, he gives himself 10% HP as well. He's already an okay unit. He's aged. That's all it is. But when his Easy A comes out and he's got that attack all enemies super, he's got the healing. He gains an attack and defense for each enemy standing as well. He's going to be a really strong Easy A. I'm looking forward to that when it drops. And that's level 1 clear. Ultimate Clash, it is a bit of a longer event than a lot of the others, but the rewards are so good. You do get 20 to 30 stones, and it's just so worth doing if you can get it completed. So that enemy is Super Tech, so I know that I need to use Extreme Int for this turn. Always want to use the opposite typing. So I'll put a Bojack in. I think Janemba's going to be the next best leader. Nope, Cell. So that works out quite well. I've only got the 7 extreme physical units, so they can all just jump on the team. This stage shouldn't be too bad. It's a pretty strong team I'm putting up against it. I may have left 1 or 2 out again and put Cybermen in, but it gets a lot riskier when you get into the second stage, because the enemies do start to pack quite a punch. Don't think I can super with Janemba. Cell doing bits. He's another one. I have horrendous luck when it normally comes to worldwide download celebrations. Because what was it? Not this year, last year. I think it was... No, last year was Vegito and Boo. The year before, it was Gohan and Cell. And I must have put in 500-600 stones, and I didn't get either of them. I probably put in more than 500 or 600. I did a good few summons, and I didn't get either of them. It took me at least a year to get them. I think it was the 5-year Blue Fusions when they came back on those banners. Yeah, that's the first stage cleared of the second round. So this enemy is super Phi, so I know I need to use the Extreme STR. And again, it works out quite well, to be honest. What do I want to use as a team? Want the Merchant Vegeta. Key +4 there, and then I think the rest of the team writes themselves. I would bring Broly, but where I can afford to leave a unit off in this round, I think the Broly will be more beneficial for me later on if I do need to, say, run a Pure Saiyans backup team or something like that. So if I go with that. I tend not to think too much about rotations going into Ultimate Clash battles, just because the fights are so short. You only get a turn, 2 or 3 maybe. Okay, so Cooler's got the highest defense. And we've got everyone supering there as well. So Cooler is one of the OG units. Well, I say OG. He's about 2 years old now, and I still love using him. His animations are so clean. He's at his best when he's against Goku family enemies. Oh, I don't even think it's Goku family. I think it's pure or hybrid Saiyan. I'll check that if the enemy doesn't die this turn. But when he transforms, he just guaranteed crits. So you pump him full of additionals on the hidden potential system, and he will just constantly output crits for you. Let's just remind myself. So he gives transformation boost allies key +2 and attack and defense +30 when facing only one enemy, which we are. Transformation for him can be activated when there is a Pure Saiyans or Hybrid Saiyans category enemy starting from the 3rd turn. So it's a 3rd turn transformation. You'll see that quite a lot. And if there isn't a Pure Saiyan or Hybrid Saiyan, he can transform from the 6th turn. And he launches an additional attack that has a medium chance of becoming a super, and performs a guaranteed crit when there is a Pure Saiyan or Hybrid Saiyan enemy. So if we did manage to transform, with this Trunks being a Hybrid Saiyan, we would be getting the guaranteed crits. And the vast majority of the game, so the enemies you'll be going up against, they will be things like Pure Saiyans or Hybrid Saiyans. Think about how many Gokus and Vegetas. They're by far the most populated characters in the game, so you'll be coming up against them quite commonly. So Cooler is still one of my favourite units, and plus, as I say, his animations, transformation, it all just looks so good. Alright, now into the boss of level 2. And it's an Extreme STR Slug. So, again, I know I want the opposite. So I want Super AGL. I've got quite a wide AGL roster here. Again, I'm not at the final stages yet. I don't want to be using my best units. I think I'll save Vegito. That's 380. Ideally, I'll be looking for maybe 100% lead. You're 100%. Yeah, we do want some damage dealers. And I want Prime Battle Trunks and these guys because I'm not gonna use them too much. They've got some super attack. We should be alright with that, I think. Definitely not my strongest team. I might have gone a bit too weak going into this, but even if we do lose this fight, I've got enough super AGL units that I can just jump back in. That's one thing I didn't think of. Although you don't want to worry about too much about rotations, I didn't take into account links really. Just while we get rotations and things set, I think look at the next turn will be fine, and we'll start doing a bit more damage. Tapion shouldn't take much. He's got the damage reduction of 50%. That's why I included him kind of subconsciously. Just if you're doing any sort of content, Tapion's a really good choice to bring in, especially since his EZA has made him a lot more usable. But even without supers, we've nearly done the first bar. And I say that, and then he goes and absorbs it all. Right. So, I want this Goku to go and get all these orbs, because he gains... gives me HP per orb, but he also gains attack and defense, so his defense is nearly doubled there. This Vegeta, again, another good unit, especially since his EZA. He can stack defense quite quickly. So probably on the next turn I'll put the Vegeta in the first slot. Yeah, 80k, it's not a massive amount of damage. Yeah, so that's 2 and a bit bars, should be fine. And we always do appreciate a good double super. This Goten and Trunks, similar to the physical cell that we had in the last attempt. They are due an EZA, they are an LR. They're not. It's not that they're a bad unit, they're just a very aged unit. They've been out, what, a good 4 or 5 years now, nearly? They need a few buffs, I think, to be relevant again. All Slug is doing by healing is delaying the inevitable. We are going to blow him out. Pun not intended. But we will rock his world. Right, this should be the last turn here. Oh, of course he's getting healed here at the beginning of the turn. See, that Vegeta's defense has absolutely skyrocketed there. We'll get a good bit of healing here from Goku. Yeah, this has healed, what, a third of our health. And barring any surprises, this should be it, even with his heal. Okay. So that is the level 2 boss cleared. Now moving on to level 3. And I think now that we've gone through these stages, we've got through a couple of the levels now, you can kind of see my mindset when I'm going into each fight. And it's absolutely fine if you don't have enough units yet to be able to go the whole way. If you just get as far as you can see, I'm getting at least 1 stone just for every stage I complete. And then if you complete levels and there's missions and things like that, you can get, even if you can't get all the way, and you can only clear stage 1, for example, you're a reasonably new player, it's 100% worth doing. Let's just jump in. while we've got our Super AGL team selected. So what this tells you, the final boss isn't going to be any of these types. So I know it's not going to be physical in STR or Tech. So that tells me that the last enemy is going to be AGL, so I think it's a freezer, so I think I'll want Super Tech as my last team. So we've got to remember the first 2 units that you bring, I probably should have mentioned this earlier, they will be your leaders. So you want them to provide a leader skill to the rest of your team. So I've gone for Vegito here, AGL, which we're using, Ki +4, attack, HP attack and defense +100, and Vegeta's similar, Ki +3, HP attack and defense +130. I do want to try and hold back some of my better units, just in case I do need them. And that should be sufficient. So say I go in with a tech team to beat the AGL freezer on that last stage, and I get blown away and I start struggling for units. I can mix and match. I don't just have to kind of restrict myself to opposition types. So again, I've got Vegito in slot 1. He counters, so he can take a lot of damage from a super, as we've seen from my other videos. But as long as he gets attacked first, he gets 40% extra defense, so it's not as much damage. But then he counters every normal, and when he supers, he also provides an attack buff to the rest of the rotation. So if you can, it's well worth having him in slot 1. It's Hirudegarn's special ability, he loves a dodge. Don't get me wrong, I'm very partial to a dodge, but only when it benefits me. Like now? Yeah, and I think she counters. Yeah. That's a rare animation to see. Not the best of animations, but still worth seeing. Unless he dodges all of the attacks, this should be it this time. A bit of lag. I don't even think it's the end of the world that Dispo isn't supering. Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, and even the Super Saiyan Gogeta, they still pack quite a punch. Yeah, one-shotted there. Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, he's crazy unit, really good. Okay, 1 down, 3 to go. Let's go for this Vegeta here. So I think this Vegeta's thing is he doesn't attack much, but what he does attack is supers. I can see he's using super physical, so I want to go extreme STR. But I'm pretty sure I've used all those units from before. So what I'll do is I'll just use a super STR team. It's not going to be as effective, but they'll still be enough to get the job done. Let's have a look through. So this is the Super Saiyan 4 Goku. That's the counterpart to the AGL Vegeta that we used in the last stage. We will want to use him as one of our leads. I don't think we're going to be in too much trouble here. Yeah, we'll just put both Super Saiyan 4s in. This Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, he buffs Vegeta family members in particular, as well as just plain old STR. So I don't think we've got very many Vegeta family members on this side anyway. Leave Tapion just in case we want to do a movie heroes team. Take Goten, take Topo. We'll take Beerus and Reese, just in case we need a heal. So they heal, I think it's like 8% on their super attack, and it might be 12 on their 18 key. Yeah, so he doesn't attack as much, but he does a lot more damage. But I don't mind taking damage too much on this stage, so we've got the glorious unit that is B-Pan in this team. So for those of you that haven't used her, she was a good unit anyway for things like this, but even since the Easy 8, any damage she does, she essentially like reabsorbs the damage, and you heal a third of the damage she deals. So if she gets things like crits or additionals, she just absorbs anything, and it just literally it can save you in so many events, especially in things like this where it's quite short. Because I could take a good amount of damage this turn from those supers. Next turn it's B-Pan, and I know I'm going to heal it, so I can be a bit more flexible and be a bit more risky. Done nearly half his health on one turn there. Okay. I mean, this might even be it, to be honest. So, before we go in, before we do this, we'll see we're on 393,000 HP, and we'll see what we're on at the beginning of next turn. Right, we'll see how much damage B-Pan does, and whatever number it is, divided by 3, and that's what we've gained. So we've just healed 200,000 HP there. We like. Can we kill him here? We weren't going to, but we do love an additional. So we're halfway through stage 3, so we've got 2 left, and then the boss. Let's take... So again, similar to the last stage, it's super in, but I've used all my extreme fire units, or extreme physical units. I've got no problem running over and doing a super team instead. So, Go Tanks is my leader, super physical, keeps 3, and then HP, attack, defense plus 130. That's what I'm looking for there, really. And yeah, I'll go with Kale, key plus 3, attack, HP, and defense 100%. Vegito, future Gohan's got a bit of damage reduction. Trunks can be a support. Should we go Roshian? Haven't used Roshi in a bit. What's his revive mechanic? When there are 2 or more Turtle School allies on the team. Got any Turtle School? Not really, no. We can add them. So Krillin's one. Is this future Gohan one? No. No, not the end of the world. And yeah, let's just chuck Roshi in anyway, because he's still, even without his revive mechanic, he's still a good unit. Good thing about that Roshi as well, not only is he a good unit just on his own, not only does he have a revive mechanic, he is 100% free to play. You can get a super attack up to 25 for free, you can just pull him for free. They look a bit better. Okay, so where we've got Super Vegito, or rather Vegito Blue in that first slot, he's going to take a couple of normals there, and he will be getting crits. One thing I forgot about this stage, it does a lot of damage. So, it does a countdown from 3, 2, 1, go. and on go he does an attack which pretty much wipes you out. So you want to try and get him killed as quick as possible. He's got quite a lot of health, so there's no shame if you do lose once or even twice and trying to whittle him down. One of the good things about having this Vegito blue in that first slot though is he is going to do a good bit of damage. So just that Vegito's taken what, a third of his health? So hopefully we can kill this Goku before the countdown hits 0. Things like additionals, crits, things like that, it's only going to help your cause. I think Kale's got a couple of additionals worked into her passive anyway, so again, it's pretty much our ideal first rotation, to be fair. Over halfway, damage-wise. Probably be closer to 2/3 after Kale's attack. Yeah, no worries here. Yeah, so you look at Roshi there. The Roshi and Krillin actually link up quite well. I don't think I can give Roshi an 18 key. It's not the end of the world though. We do want to try and give Gotenks the 18 key though if we can. Well, 18 key, a 12 key super. Which we can as well. So everything goes to plan. Countdown's down to 2. If everything goes to plan, we should have him out of here this turn. Look into my eyes, look into my eyes. Not around the eyes. I love that from Little Brick. Always makes me think of it when you see like the sleepy boy technique. Again, a Krillin, he's the prime battle LR Krillin, so he's another one of those LRs, he's 100% free to play. You can max out his super attack, you can get him all the way up to LR, and all it'll take is time. You don't need to put money in, you don't need to use your stones, just a bit of time. Okay, yeah, no issues here. That'll be this Goku out of it. One stage left and we'll be on to the boss. And again, we're getting one stone for each of these stages that we're completing, as well as ticking off countless numbers of missions and things like that as well. So extreme tech, so we know we want a super int. And my super int team is not looking too bad. Who do we want as a lead? So we want Gogeta, the Easy A Gogeta, similar to the Super Saiyan 4s. He's Ki +3, HP attack and defense plus 130. I think we want Gopunks as well. Super int Ki +4, yeah, want them. Again, I don't want to use my best units. I feel like I'd be okay without using some of these. Shouldn't have any problems with this team. Cool attacking a fair bit, but from what I remember, I don't think he has healing mechanic, I don't think he can dodge, I don't think he double supers, I think it's just normal. I think he's just got a lot of normals and that's kind of his gimmick. damage this does. Yeah, 70 to 80k, I'll take that. Considering the amount of damage I did to him in the last turn, I think it's a fair swap. Let's see if we can get a Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta's dodge and counter mechanic in. Hopefully he gets supered. So the cooler does have a heal mechanic. Again, shouldn't be too much of a problem. We should be dishing out way more than he's healing. Yeah, see, turn 2, he's well below half now. That shouldn't do too much. Yeah. No, it should be plain sailing for this one, to be honest. Let's do that. Or we can get an 18 key with God Goku. He does do. He's got very good art, so I don't use him too often either. So it is always nice to see some of these characters. Again, it's one of the good things about Ultimate Clash. It's about what units you have in your box, not who your best team is. So you get the opportunity to see units and animations that you probably haven't seen in quite a while. Nice. That's a nice KO screen as well. Okay, so that was the last stage. We go into the boss now. Which I believe should be AGL? Yeah. Yep, still Golden Frieza. So I know I want to use a Super Tech team because the enemy is extreme AGL. I think I've got bang on 7 left. I might struggle though, it's not my best. So I've got some good units here, but not much defense. I think I'll appreciate having the additional key there. Actually, if you give key +4 anyway, I'd rather have you, because then he's a movie heroes lead as well. So you and you will get additional buffs from having him as my leader, and then Goku and Frieza, they're 120% lead. So I'm not going to have much defense in this run, but I should have a lot of attack. I should be dealing damage. I'm not expecting to beat him in this first rotation, and it looks like he seals, which is perfect. Just what we want. But it's alright, we'll get Goku and Frieza to attack there. I can't. Yes, I can, thankfully. I can super with Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, so he gains defense on super, so we want to give him some. And Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta can't super anyway because he's sealed. Oh, we're getting supered first, straight off the bat. That's going to hurt. Didn't hurt as much as I thought it would. It'd be these normals that are doing 35k, which rack up. In this situation, the Oob that I'd already used earlier would probably be quite good, because he doesn't have a turn restriction for his transformation. It's just if you drop under so much health. We might get to see some interesting abilities from this Super Saiyan 2 Gohan as well, though, in this fight, if we survive long enough, because he gets extra abilities. We'll go and have a look at his passive, but he gets extra abilities based on a movie hero's Goku being in the team, which we have in the LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku. who is sealed. Let's go over it. So it can be activated when HP is 58% or less with a movie heroes category ally whose name includes Goku on the team. Starting from the 5th turn, so we might not get that far, but we should meet the restrictions. He has something in his passive as well, about halfway down, plus an additional attack plus 59%, and attack becomes a crit when performing an ultra super attack if HP is 58% or less with a movie heroes category ally whose name includes Goku on the team. Again, starting from the 5th turn. So if we make it that far, we'll be doing a lot of damage. I don't think we will be making it that far. The orbs really haven't worked out for me here. And I know Super Saiyan 3 Goku isn't in a super, so I'm okay missing a super with him there. Again, I didn't think I was going to win this first fight. My team's very attack orientated, and I haven't been able to get the keys to attack, the key orbs to attack. It's more a case, I think, of grinding down, do as much as I can for the next team to finish off. But additional crits like that definitely do help. In the end, the more damage this team does, the less damage the next team have to do. Super Saiyan 3 Goku is going to take a fair amount. He doesn't have the best defense in his prime anyway, let alone without supering. Oh, he didn't do too bad actually. So I know I'm going to take a lot of damage. I just want to do as much as I can, and I feel like an 18 key with Gohan kind of ticks the bill. If we can get Gohan super off, I'll be happy. If we don't, it's not the end of the world. I'm still not too concerned. I still think we'll beat the event. We might still even win it on this turn. If we don't get supered, I think we could win it this turn. No additional, but we didn't get supered. Would have liked to have got the 18 key with Goku and Frieza. Their damage does skyrocket. It does a lot more if you get the 18 key, because they get additional attack buffs. We got the crit. Do we get an additional? No, but we're not getting supered. No, so that should be Golden Frieza beaten. Oh no, Vegito's sealed. He does have a high chance to dodge though in that last slot. Dodge? No dodge. Nah, it's not the end of the world. As I said, I wasn't expecting to beat him. We did do pretty well there, and he's got minuscule health. Again, I'm still going to use the same premise. So he is AGL. I want to use tech. I've got loads of tech units that I can throw in. We'll put in the EZA, Frieza. Put in Broly, so we've got some decent leaders. I'm not too fussed about units, to be honest, because he's on 1% health. What are the odds? He's like on a sliver. If he didn't seal Vegito, we would have won. Or if we'd have got an 18 key or an additional with anyone. But yeah, really not the end of the world. Yeah, he's not touching me this turn. Golden Frieza, he's an absolute... rather, this tech Golden Frieza, our Golden Frieza. He's an absolute tank. Reduces damage by 50%. Rather, reduces damage received by 80% when HP is 50% or more. So as long as we're over half health, he reduces damage by 80%. So you're not going to get touched by much in the game, to be honest. And we've got him linked up with the first form Frieza as well, so we've got a fair few links active. Be interesting to see how much damage this does. No more than 30, 40k? Yeah, 20k. Nothing. That's less than what we were taking from normals last time, in the last run. And yeah, that's him dead. And that is Ultimate Clash completed. I probably made it look a little bit easier than it is. Again, I've been playing a couple of years, so I've got quite a large box with quite a lot of my units kind of leveled up, rainbow, and that kind of thing. But as I said before, even if you can't complete every stage and you can't beat the bosses at level 3, it's still worth trying to get through as much as you can because of the rewards. So if we go to the home screen, all your rewards get sent to the gift box. I've got 33 rewards just from this event. If I accept them, let's see just how many stones and what I get for it. Okay, so nothing else, just by going through all the stages. I haven't done like all the daily missions or complete stage 1 3 times or anything like that. As you've seen, this is my first run through. 21 stones, you get some Zenny, you get Kai's, and you get the precious battlefield memory. While we're on the topic though, if you want to spend your battlefield memory, you're not sure what to do with it, if you hit that Baba exchange on the bottom right corner, I think it's quicker if you go left a couple times, and this is what that currency buys you. So you can get some ready-made LRs. They're not the best of LRs, but they are useful for certain events. And there's other units you can buy. You can buy the Oob that I used earlier, who transforms into Majub. If you haven't bought him yet, I would recommend it. You can get a Ginyu Force leader. You can get Clash medals, which some units need to awaken. And you can buy things like Team Cost and things like that. So if you haven't used your currency or you're not sure where it sits, that's where you can go and find it and buy it. But I hope this video has helped people. As I say, I haven't seen a YouTuber do an Ultimate Clash video in a while. Not sure if I've missed them somehow. But yeah, that's a run through of Ultimate Clash. Again, my routine, at least for it, as you've seen, it's worked quite well. Just go for the opposite of what your enemy is. If your enemy is a super AGL, you know you want to use Extreme and Tech. And if you just follow that, you'll do a lot better than just kind of having a team mixture of all colours. But yeah, I hope it's been helpful. If you like what you're seeing, again, like, follow, sub, comment if you've got any other units or any other routines that have worked for you. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the video, and if I don't speak to you again today, have a lovely day and we'll speak soon. Bye.